Vivek Ramaswamy was in Iowa when protesters confronted him on his remarks on aid to Ukraine. Ramaswamy's campaign team has alleged that while a civil conversation carried on with Vivek, some protesters rammed into his campaign car and fled. Ramaswamy was not in the car at the time and was not hurt in the incident. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Ramaswamy has flagged the irony of the incident. While calling for action and accountability against those who rammed into his car, Ramaswamy has also said that all protesters should not be tarred by the behavior of bad actors.
The beauty of this country is that you all have the right to express your opinions, and you're doing it peacefully. And even though I disagree with you, I'm proud of you for expressing your views even if I disagree with you.
The Grinnell police, meanwhile, has claimed it found no evidence that the protesters intentionally rammed Ramaswamy's campaign car. During the first Republican presidential debate, Ramaswamy called the US's decision on Ukraine aid disastrous, saying the US government was protecting against an invasion across somebody else's border. He argued that Ukraine funding would be better spent on the invasion of our own southern border. Ramaswamy has slammed President Zelensky for seeking additional funds from the US to fund elections in Ukraine. He has said that if he goes on to become the next president of the United States, he would cut aid to Ukraine.
NATO will not admit Ukraine to NATO and should not admit Ukraine to NATO. Because we made a commitment in 1990, and I believe in standing by our commitments, that NATO would not expand 1 inch, not 1 inch past East Germany.
I'm the same commitment. Russia made a commitment that it would not expand its territory.
And so that's what I want to say is I'm very glad that young people are engaged and passionate about these issues. So the fact of the matter is, I believe we have to stand by our commitments, but the job of the U.S. president is to look after U.S. interests and have a reasonable path to peace. And I think the path that we're on right now is not going to be good for Ukraine. It's not going to be good for America. It is taking us closer to major conflict with Russia that is going to be bad for everybody involved. And the people pushing us to do it are an establishment in both parties of people who are making money off that war. That is wrong, and that will change on my watch.
Vivek Ramaswamy is among presidential hopefuls in the Republican Party. Though all opinion polls have placed Donald Trump miles ahead of the other contenders, Vivek Ramaswamy is jostling with the likes of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie to make a mark.